Question 4 is based on trigonometry. But before we can answer the question 4.1 that says calculate the exact value of the following without the use of a calculator, we must first know the trig ratios first. So in the first quadrant, so these are quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. Between 0 and 90 is quadrant 1. All trig ratios in the first quadrant are positive. Then second quadrant, the formula there, it's 180 degrees minus theta, so we call it the second quadrant. Only sine theta and cosec theta are positive. Third quadrant, the formula is given as 180 plus theta, then only tan theta and cot theta are positive. Then the fourth quadrant, its formula is given as 360 degrees minus theta, then only cos theta and sec theta are positive. Okay, so as you can see here, it says all trig ratios are positive where in the first quadrant. Sine theta, it goes together with cosec theta. Cos theta goes together with sec theta. Tan theta, it goes together with cot theta. Sine theta is the inverse of cosec theta. Cos theta is an inverse of sec theta. Tan theta is an inverse of cot theta. Okay, now let us see what is going to happen on the next step. For us not to forget about these quadrants, we must say the first quadrant is represented by all. So all, it's A. Then the second quadrant, it's where sine theta is positive, so we call stations. And then the third quadrant is where tan theta is positive, so we call 2. And then the last one, fourth quadrant, is where cos is positive, so we say all stations to Cape Town, so as for you not to forget. Okay, now let us move to trig ratios, whereby we're going to write them in terms of their inverses. So we use inverses in case of cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. Why? Because they cannot be found on our scientific calculators. When it comes to calculating the angles, we can't find these trig ratios. Okay, hence we'll have to use their inverses. So if you are given sine theta, and then you must rewrite in its inverse, sine theta is the same as 1 over cosec theta. Or if it's given as cosec theta and you want to calculate cosec theta using your calculator, it is the same as 1 over sine theta. Next, cos theta is equal to 1 over sec theta. Or if sec theta is given and you have to write it in terms of its inverse, is the same as 1 over cos theta. Lastly, tan theta can be written as 1 over cot theta, or cot theta can be written as 1 over tan theta. Or sometimes tan theta, if we want to rewrite tan theta in terms of sine and cos, tan theta is equal to sine over cos, and then cot theta is equal to this, is the same as cos theta over sine theta. Okay, yeah. Now let us calculate the question that says 4.1, calculate the value without use of a calculator. You are given cos theta times tan, cos 180 minus A times tan 360 minus A divided by sine A times tan 180 degrees plus A. So A here stands for theta. It's an angle. This one, this is an angle. It stands for an angle, but now its name this time, it's A. It's not theta, but it's A. It's angle A. Okay, so we all know that we've got all stations to Cape Town. All are positive. Here, only sine is positive with its inverse. Sine and cosec, they are positive. But if you know the sine, you know the inverse of the sine is cosec. Here, only tan is positive, so you know tan goes with cotangent. And then the fourth quadrant, It's only cos that is positive, so it's cos together with its inverse, which is a second. Okay, so the question says cos 180 minus a. Now we check the formula 180 minus theta. At 180 minus theta, it is only sine that is positive. Therefore, the cos is negative there. So what will be the answer? You're going to say is equal to, then, okay, let's use a blue pen. So we're going to say is equal to, then cos 180 degrees minus a. The answer is going to be negative cos a. Why? Because in the second quadrant, in this quadrant, only sine is positive. So the cos is negative. So this is the reduction formula that we're using. Times, then tan 360 minus a. Okay, this is the territory of a cosine. So tan is negative here. So the answer is going to be negative tan a. Okay, all over sine a times tan 180 degrees plus a. So it belongs to this quadrant, the third quadrant. Then who is positive there? Which trig ratio is positive at the third quadrant is tan. So the answer is going to be positive tan a. Okay, then with the numerator, it's a negative times a negative. So the answer that we're going to have is a positive. Because a negative times a negative, the answer is positive. Okay. Then tan a goes into this tan a once. Then we're left with positive cos a all over sine. All over sine a. Okay, our answer is positive already, but we can rewrite cos a over sine a in terms of 1/3 ratio, which is it is the same as cot a. This is a simplified one. This is the answer, but this one, it's a simplified answer. That means we must give it in terms of 1/3 ratio. What is that trig ratio? Is cot a. So this is the final answer.